Hey, what's up guys? The rank 4 player forced his way to the top of the world using this new meta Hog Rider deck. He always adapts to the meta and reaches the top of the game with this Hog Rider deck, making switch-ups to beat the best players. Currently, Goblin Drill Evolution is taken over Clash Royale, and if you don't want to pay money or use evolution shards, you have to build a deck to beat it. Having solid splash damage options with Evolved Bomber and Valkyrie, and Barbell to roll goblins. And with all the splash damage and multiple spells, if you match in a bait, it's one of the easiest matchups in existence. Even beatdown like Golem and Giant completely crumble to the counters of Goblin Cage, Inferno Dragon, and Freeze. Let's ride into some matches and hammer our opponents into positions where they can't possibly win to assert dominance. And huge Hog Rider love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel and make all the higher for videos possible. All right, Gaston. This guy is definitely French. S'il vous plaît, please give me your tower. By the way, guys, if I make you cringe and you are actually French, I'm sorry, just a little bit. I'm going to go for a Hog Rider at the start of the match just because it's a safe bet. I'm going to arrows immediately. Unfortunately, the barbell doesn't extend far enough to encapsulate those goblins. However, we got a couple Hog Rider hammer swings, and now we're in prime position to use a Goblin Cage to pull the mini pack into the middle. So if I'm able to do that, the Goblin Cage will probably stay alive just long enough to pop out the Goblin, and maybe we can get a barbell down to make our opponent defend. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking that I want to freeze this. This is really dumb, but I'm going to do it anyway. I want to put you in a prison where the cage is the victor. Insane value for us. If I defend this, I win the game. The strategy right now is to surprise the opponent with an Inferno Dragon on top of the Sparky before the Executioner can kill it. I bet you they go in for a bait card or something. If he loses the Sparky, he loses the game, by the way. I need to go in for a cage so that the Inferno Dragon can still stay on the Sparky. I did not want the Goblin Cage to not... No. If the Goblin Cage survived, we would have instantly won the game. I still think we're in a prime position to walk away with a W as long as the Executioner dies and he doesn't support anything else. He's going to go mini pack. If I defend this mini pack, I will win the game. We're going to go Valkyrie in the middle, barely getting it down in time. And now we have the game solidified and locked up. So because the Executioner wasn't able to kill our Inferno Dragon fast enough, Gaston got melted. Oh, the Evolved Valkyrie defense is about to be menacing. Imagine not being able to move at all because of the Freeze and the Evolved Valkyrie holding everything in place. That was so unbelievably satisfying. And also, it's cool to see all of our opponent's units dying because we've got so many small spells. It's pretty much impossible to lose to Sparky when you've got Goblin Cage and Freeze. Au revoir, Gaston. And we're starting off the day at 5,600 in the world. We got to game get someone that's mastered Prince. I think he's going to be going in for some pretty powerful chargers whenever he gets the chance. Unfortunately, with our deck, we don't have that many distractions. So if there was one major weakness of this deck, it would be against a Prince deck or something of the sort. Usually you're able to freeze it, but that only really works in double or triple elixir. You don't want to be freezing princes as your main defense. I guess we could sacrifice the Goblin Cage's cage and then break apart the prison and then be able to defend against the beatdown deck afterward, but it's not necessarily easy, right? Try to go Bomber here with the Barbell, and I think we're A-okay as long as he doesn't freeze me. If he freezes, then I'll have to freeze as well. Yep. Kind of knew that was a possibility. Whenever someone has an Inferno Dragon with Graveyard, you can guarantee that they're not running Fireball or Poison. 90% of the time, they're going to be running a Freeze deck. I'm going to Hog Rider here, and we'll see if we can hammer his tower with the Bomber and the Hog. It's unlikely that we're going to get that much damage, but maybe we can get some Bomber Blasts. If we can get 3 Bomber shots, then I'm happy with that. One more? No. Dang it. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. But because our deck operates with the Inferno Dragon as one of the best resources of dealing damage to all the cards at the river, we want to cycle our Valkyrie. Also, the Valkyrie does really well in situations where you can cycle the evolution. It's unlike the Inferno Dragon that's just sitting there stranded with nothing else. So, poor Inferno Dragon left alone. I'm going to go Barbell. I think we're going to take a bit of damage, maybe one hit. No, we don't even. Cool. Is he Valkyrie? Or, oh, no. You know what? He could have Inferno Dragon here. We could freeze on it if he did. Yeah, he's going to do it. We'll freeze on his Inferno Dragon. The bowler does get one shot, but it's not that bad. Our Inferno Dragon winning this interaction is amazing because we're able to ramp up and his wasn't able to. So couldn't keep up with our firepower. Dude's going to drop Barbarians directly into an Evo Bomber. That is what we call beautiful, baby. Insane value. And we can go for a Barbell here as well to go and keep the Evo Bomber alive. He is down so much elixir, and he's going to go for archers that are going to get blasted to bits. All right, so in this positioning, I think it's better for us to go for Inferno Dragon, Hog Rider, and Freeze and double Elixir. I think that's the way that we're going to win. So we're going to try here and see what happens. If he goes Bowler, we're going to be able to kill the Bowler with the Inferno Dragon, and the Freeze will come up clutch because it's going to hold everything in place. I think he would be better off freezing there, but he decided to go in for an Inferno Dragon instead. If he goes in for a Graveyard, we're going to block it from crossing the river. So now our tower is going to be targeting the Graveyard Skeletons, which should be pretty lucrative for us if we can play this successfully. The one thing I am slightly scared about is the Inferno Dragon locking onto my tower. So I'm going to drop like 10 cards in front of it. I'm just going to go drop my entire bank account. Don't mind me out here. He did use Tornado, so I think he loses the game. There's no way for him to stop that. Even if he drops Barbarians, we should get one slap with the Hog. It ran all the way around the Barbarians to collect the win. That is what we call true commitment, Hog Rider. You wanted to hammer our opponent down and make him frown. And despite him having a Tornado Bowler deck with Graveyard Freeze, we still were able to stomp his defenses. And I even forgot about the Evolved Barbarians, one of the best counters to our deck, but they were kind of forgettable since they let our Hog Rider get the last hit. You would think with 3 amazing answers to Hog Rider, we wouldn't be able to win that match. And now we have empirical evidence. When you have Hog Rider Freeze, anything is possible. Yo, this guy's got the Ice Spirit in the banner, and he's ready to get chilled to a different degree with our Freeze. So we're going to go for the Bobber in the back first play just because it's a nice card to cycle when we want to get to the evolution. And whenever we see Bandit, we're expecting our opponent to be playing a P.E.K.K.A deck. So if P.E.K.K.A is going to be the priority from our opponent, it's important for us to use our Inferno Dragon to melt it. It's not going to be an easy matchup, but it is winnable if we can find an opportunity to go in for a Hog Rider and possibly freeze on everything together. I'm hoping that we can go in for a freeze. Not the best freeze of my life. I am going to be down a lot of elixir. So if I'm able to defend, oh, we're in a good spot. If I can't, I'm absolutely screwed. So I'm going to try to go for a Bomber. Nope. I was thinking about going for a Bomber, but now I'm going to do it a little bit later. Hopefully we can splash on all the stuff while the Goblin Cage keeps everything there. Yes! Beautiful defense. The Bandit didn't dash, and we survived the entire ordeal of our opponent spending his entire elixir at the bridge. Now, with the Bomber staying alive, we might be able to go for a Hog Rider and force out extra elixir. I think I'm playing so risky right now. But with Valkyrie on the back end, it gives me the confidence I need to survive the Stampede. And yes, it is going to be a Stampede. Look at this. So if I can go in for a Barbaro with the Valkyrie, does it kill everything? Valkyrie is an S tier card right now in the meta. It is so good against recruits, phenomenal against bridge spam, and as you guys can see, it is also getting us to the evolution. I love it so much. If y'all haven't been playing the Evolved Valkyrie, it hits different after every other evolution got nerfed. Now Evolved Valkyrie, which used to be trash, is trashing the other cards in the meta. And it's a sight to see. All right. I could also just cage here. Do you want to go for Bomber? We can splash onto this and force out extra elixir. It will probably pop him ability or... Oh, wait. How did that... Okay, I kind of want a refund of what just happened there. The cage did not pull. The cage really did not know what it was doing. At least it's going to tank for everything else. And I think we can go in for a Hog Rider and then an Evolved Valkyrie. I thought the Hog Rider would pull the Royal Ghost, but I got royally finessed by my own card, I guess. I might be stupid. I don't know. Well... We can definitely finish off the Magic Archer with his Bar Barrel, so that's a huge investment for him to go and drop the Bandit. We were both missing cards there. He missed and I missed, and we're all missing out here, but maybe we won't miss out on this interaction if we can just get a Valkyrie down. The Heal Spirit did not jump in time. Beautiful. We can go Bar Barrel and then just keep our Valkyrie staying alive again. Part 2, you know how it's going to be, my dudes. All right, we're going to go cage. We're going to pull it up really far up. So then when he decides to go and spam other stuff, our cage will be there. We can freeze as well, I think. Yes, it works. I said, I think, and I didn't really finish my sentence. I could have said, I think it's not going to work. But you guys can anticipate by how excited I was. Yes, I was pretty hyped up. I entirely anticipated that to work out. And if it didn't, I might have instantly lost the match. So, whether it's luck or skill, we had the thrill of blasting down a bridge spam deck. And at the start of the match, I called out the Freeze as the MVP, and it's what sealed the deal. Yo, this guy finished 842 in the world, so a top 1,000 finisher. Royal Flash, I feel like he's going to be flashing through with balloons because we saw it in the banner. I don't know if it's going to be a balloon recruits deck or if it's going to be a balloon cycle deck since we see archers, but both of those are increasingly likely. All right, so yeah. Really has to be either a balloon or a graveyard deck after seeing arrows and archers. Could also be Royal Recruits just spam, but for the most part, those are the two that I'm anticipating. I do want to go for a Hog Rider with the Inferno Dragon and get ready with arrows in case he's going to have bats or something. I love supporting the Inferno Dragon because if that gets near the tower, you get instantaneous value. Opponents will freak out and overspend to defend because like this guy just doesn't want the juice. He doesn't want the smoke of the Inferno Dragon. If that were to retarget on the tower, I was considering freezing and instantly winning. That's another thing about this deck. It has that deplorable way of just demoralizing the opponent and instantaneously getting a rage quit. If they get an Inferno Dragon locked on the tower and you take the tower early, they just leave 90% of the time. All right, so yeah, we're gonna have to go and drop a Bar Barrel here. And then I think we're okay if we can get a Valk down because they'll be able to clean up all the Skellies that way. Notice the Valk swirling around on the Skellies, and the Bomber probably gets us one hit on the left. Nothing to write home about, but it will force that extra elixir because I guess the opponent doesn't want to eat it. That's interesting. Most graveyard players just eat everything, but I guess this guy is behaving a bit different. Okay, so I'm going to go for a Bomber here as well since it will splash onto the tower and also force out extra elixir. 2 elixir from our opponent, and he takes damage. Insanely lucrative. Wait, it hit the tower again? Am I seeing things right? Did that actually give us 2 Bomber bounces? That's beautiful. And then he does damage on both sides, so it's not even that bad. Like, I feel okay eating that since I can afford to defend against the Giant, utilizing Goblin Cage, using Inferno Dragon. There's a couple good answers we have in our cycle, so I'm feeling good about this. As long as our Valkyrie doesn't get stupid and, like, pull the stuff directly into us, then I think we're fine. Oh, wait! Yeah. Yeah, we're not going to worry about our Valkyrie pulling the Giant into our tower. The Giant's far enough away. We're chilling. We're chilling. All right, so I can do this. Bar Barrel in the back, so it takes a while to, like, lock up and load up. We can go for a cage. And I think with Freeze, we're in a pretty decent spot, honestly, if I want to. Oh, he's going to graveyard other side. That makes sense. That was a pretty good play on his end as well. We go Bar Barrel here and try to get a Bomber down. If the Bar Barrel is able to nullify most of his stuff, I think we're in an okay spot. Just needed to make sure the Knight didn't lock onto our tower there. Okay, so those archers will guaranteed die. I can freeze as well. Yep, easy freeze value. Look at that. No Night Witch Bats. No Night Witch Bats. Beautiful. All right, that's huge damage. We just need one more Hog Rider hit and we win. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Inferno Dragon. I'm going to expect him to Giant Graveyard on the right. We'll Goblin Cage when he does it. Oh, wait, what? Is he not? What is he doing? He's giving us an opportunity to go for a Hog Rider. He doesn't even know what's happening. At this point, he's dead. There's no way. There's no way you can outrun a Hog Rider. Even if your skeletons teleport, they can't do it in time. GG, you're getting put down for running the Giant Graveyard because that is a cardinal crime. You gotta laugh at toxic decks like Giant Graveyard going all in when they have no hope of defending. It's by far one of the most feels bad man moments when you lose against this deck, so winning was a huge relief. And that Giant Graveyard player was 842 in the world at over 3,000 medals. Rarely do you find players this good running this toxic of a deck. And we've pushed up to 4,100 in the world. All right, this guy's got Drill in the banner, and y'all already know he's definitely gonna be playing that card. If you have bought the Drill Evolution, you are definitely a fan of playing it. So I'm gonna go for the Valkyrie in the back, and maybe we can finesse this man into dropping a Drill directly into the Bomber. It would feel pretty good if that were to happen. Oh, wait, is there any way that he pulls the Valkyrie into the tower and we freeze the Valkyrie on the tower? That's all I want right now. That's all I want. I think it's gonna happen too. Oh, baby, let's go. How troll am I right now? On a scale to 1 to 1 million, I think we're reaching Dr. Stone levels. This is insane. This guy's getting turned to stone. We're Medusa out here with our plays. And I think he's going to get sent to the Stone Age with his medieval tools. They're not working so well here. All right, as long as that giant skeleton dies, then we're chilling. And as you guys can see, we can drop a Valkyrie right down on these zappies. I prefer to Valk instead of Bar Barreling because the Valkyrie gives us counter push. And then I can go for a Hog Rider afterward. Or we can Bar Barrel and get risky. This is not a good play because it doesn't extend far enough. Ah, come on. You know what? Actually, I take it all back. I take it all back. Best play NA. It was all calculated for the King Tower activation. Honestly, that worked out a million times better, but I did not have the foresight to see that. Bro. Oh, I can tell the future, apparently, and I don't even know it. That is my my quirk, guys. We're from My Hero Academia, and we are learning how to uncover our superpowers as we're playing. For real, like I feel like sometimes I just get so lucky whenever I'm playing well, and things just go in a roll, and things continue to go well. And when things go poorly, I just have to take a break because I'm not going to play well for a bit. I don't know if that happens to you guys, but I have very good streaks of winning every game and then losing every game as well. So it's just, this is how it happens. Anyway, we're going to go for a Valkyrie, and maybe we can manifest some good luck here too. If I go in for Evo Bomber on top of that, that'd be cool. Please. Oh, Bomber, what are you doing? Yo, I said good luck and then that happened. Okay, maybe we can get our good luck back. If we, oh, okay. Still good, still good, still good. There's no way the Giant Skeleton even comes close to my tower, and then he's just like overcommitting. We are hard chilling because we can Valk right in the center. It's like a centerpiece, a masterpiece, as we masterfully manipulate the card cycle to what we want. And then we can Barbro on top of this finally. And then we can get him fuming because we're going to go for a Hog again. And I don't know if he's back to a Tornado. He might not have quick enough card cycle. Actually, I don't think he does. We're going to freeze. That's so sinister. It gets the Tornado at 0 HP. Imagine having that happen. You just have to Tornado. You're like, I can't afford the last Hog Rider hit that shouldn't even be close to happening. And he knows that that's painful. Oh, I missed the arrows, but it doesn't even matter, right? We can Valkyrie, Hog Rider again. No, how did that hit my tower? Okay, all right, I see you. Wait, he's not gonna be back. We definitely outcycled him sufficiently, right? Right? Okay, I'm not gonna freeze because he's gonna do that. I hate when they have Tornado and they keep up a quick card cycle. Like, these interactions are not necessarily going great for me. He could win at any second if he gets one good push. We have to go Barbell here, and then we can go for this. And then I think we arrows on everything collectively. Or actually, we can go for an Evo Valkyrie. That's fine, too. Because it should be able to pull all the skellies, right? Yep. Evo Valkyrie's busted! It's so good, man. All right, we're going to go Evo Bomber since we do have to pull this to the middle. And then we can do this, and then Barbell. He's not going to be able to go get Zappies on us. The funny thing about this is he's trying to Tornado everything together. The bad thing about the matchup is the fact that he's got Zappies for our Inferno Dragon, and our Inferno Dragon is the best answer for the Giant Skeleton, and then he can go Royal Hogs and Evolve Skeleton Split, and if we don't have the Evolve Valkyrie, I think we would have lost. All right, you know what? We're going to Tornado here. Counter? Maybe we just freeze, actually. Let's freeze. Yes, please! Yes! I don't know why I said we're going to Tornado. I thought he was going to Tornado, so I didn't want to drop anything that would get countered by the Tornado. Like, if you overcommit with a Hog Rider Freeze aggressively when the opponent Tornadoes, you're dropping a -1 trade already with a Hog Rider. But if you drop a Freeze on top of that, that's -5 elixir, and you get steamrolled by Royal Hogs in your face. Because if he immediately spams up 5 elixir, you're not stopping that. Definitely a delicate game there at the end, and I'm glad that we were able to surgically dissect his towers in the end. My man was on a mission to annoy me with Tornado and Fisherman in the same deck. Plus, when you play into Firecracker, Zappies, Giant Skeleton, and Mother Witch, those are some of the most annoying cards in the game. It's time to lead the leader into his death. He's probably not going to have a good time here as long as we can get a good Barbell rolling on top of the Skeletons. And I bet you it's going to be a Mega Knight deck. I think if we see Skeleton Barrel, and in this meta, it has to be Mega Knight. So I'm going to go in for an Arrows here on the Firecracker, and I want to go opposite lane with the Hog Rider because I am scared of Mega Knight. There's no way you're not running Mega Knight. There's no way I just squandered an opportunity of going on the same side. Bro, what are you cooking? What are you doing? You're throwing down a Mighty Miner ability like that? Wait, why is it going towards my tower? How did his goblins push the Mighty Miner away from the bomber like that? Is it like, hey, I used the Mighty Miner bomb, so I don't want any more bombs. That's the only bomb I like, Jake. That might be the case. Maybe he just only is a fan of his, and he's a very particular person. Mighty Miner just might be spoiled, I guess. Like, hey, I don't want your peasant bombs, Jake. We pay 1 elixir for mine. We don't get them for free like the bomber. Anyway, fine for us. I can go for an Evo Bomber a little bit faster since we are cycling them like candy out here. And I might be able to bombard him with a Hog Rider. This is generally a pretty aggressive play. And I expect my opponent to just have Royal Recruits, Dark Goblin, Firecracker type deck with Skeleton Barrel and maybe Wall Breakers. I mean, usually they either have just Skeleton Barrel or they have Skeleton Barrel Wall Breakers. And I don't remember if he's shown Wall Breakers yet. That might be the first time he's dropped them. I'm not 100% sure. All right, so we're going to let the Valkyrie die. There's not too much we can do about it. It is going to die anyway. It's going to die to the tower, or it's going to die to the Mighty Miner a little bit faster. We're just like, yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, I can go Cage, and then I can go Barbro on top of most of the Goblins. Not all, but most. Pretty cool. And then we can Evo Bomber. Does it splash onto the Goblin Gang? I think it does. That was a beautiful lineup. Oh my goodness. That was so clutch. If it didn't lock onto what we needed to, I think I would have lost. All right, I want to go Hog Rider and Arrows potentially, or Freeze. If he goes Mighty Miner, we're going to Freeze, but we'll wait a split second and see if we get Arrows afterward if he drops Goblin Gang. If he doesn't, we're going to just win the game, right? Like, what is he doing? Oh, no, 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 never mind. He had a plan. He had a massive menacing plan of dropping all of his cards at the bridge. Oh my gosh, dude. Stop it, you mad lad. All right, we got Barbaro, we got Bomber again. I might be able to seal the deal. I can't let that Skeleton Barrel connect to my tower unsupervised. He's going to arrow, so we have to go for a Valkyrie. You want to go Valkyrie as the Skeleton Barrel pops. You don't want to drop it before, because then the skeletons disperse and they knock your stuff back. He is relentless with the aggression, literally giving us no room to breathe. And maybe the Hog Rider can heave and hoe and get the job done. Let's go! Oh my goodness. So if you guys want a solid deck to confront all of the crazy spam that Clash Royale will be throwing at you in the meta, whether it's recruits or someone running Goblin Drill, this is one of the best decks in the meta and definitely the best Hog Rider deck to do it. Even the infamous leader of Spam City couldn't penetrate our deck's defensive fortress. Hammer the like button if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.